everybody, this is Chris from Stylharmony. Thank you for joining me. So in today's video I am going to show you how you can make cool and very simple rings. So here are some examples that I have already made because I wanted to practice first. The idea is not from me. I've seen some of these on Pinterest and also on YouTube, but I wanted to try them out because I thought they were really cute. And also for my students, I thought that would be a great idea because it's really not complicated. And I have one more here to show you that I made in a different color, some kind of old gold with a natural pearl. So this is why it's not perfect. It was not a artificial pearl or something put into an oyster. So there you have it. And I really think they look great. And you can do these rings with any kind of bead. I've got a round one here. I've got another one but much bigger here. Here I've got a square bead. Hope you'll be able to see that. This is another shape here like biconal, and a smaller round bead here and a very bigger one here. Well, it's bigger, much bigger than the others. So you can really use any kind of bead for this, and I've got this last one here that I really love. So not a lot of material needed. This is a great project also for beginners because you're going to learn how to use in a very simple way some wires and beads. And also what is nice about these rings is that they're adjustable, so you can really make them for any kind of finger. You can still make them bigger for very big fingers, but it's adjustable, and I really love that idea. So for this project you'll need a ruler to measure your wire. Here I've got a silver wire that measures 7 inches, and it's a 16 gauge wire. You can go up to 16, 18 gauge wire, not too small because you need to have something quite sturdy. At least this is what I like, because sometimes you can grab your ring into something and it might break. So I wanted something that is quite big. So 16, 18 gauge is good. You will need a bead. You will need some pliers as well. So I've got a cutting plier here. I've got a round nose plier, and I also have a flat nose pliers here. If you can get some without the teeth here, because this might damage a little bit your metal, go for this. I don't have any, so I'm just going to use these. You will also need a mandrel, but if you don't have this, just use a marker that will do the trick too. That is about the size of your finger you want to put your ring on. So I'm going to put this aside for now, and I'm going to do a little close-up to show you the beginning. So as I said, you will need a wire that is about 7 inches. This is the average size you're going to have to use for a normal, let's say, finger, okay? And don't forget, it's adjustable. If you have very tiny fingers, try 6.5 inches. That is about 15, 6.5 would be 16.5 centimeters, 7 inches would be a little lower, 18 centimeters. So then you're going to put your bead through and try to put your bead in the middle here of your wire, and then we are going to bend this wire. You can measure if you want. I'm just eyeballing it. So now I'm going to bend my wire here on either side of my pearl or bead, and try just to make it as straight as you can, but we can fix this later on. So this is what it is going to look like, okay? I'm going to try to stay in the center here of my camera. So once you're at this point, what you want to do is crisscross over your, not over, but in the front of your bead here. So try to crisscross as much as you can into the center here, okay? So I'm maybe going to zoom in just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to pinch a little bit the sides here. It's going to help me. And I just want to make it straight. So if you have a little problem here, sometimes your holes are not completely in the middle. So now you're going to crisscross here your thread. Okay, and I try to stay in the middle here of my bead. So I'm a little bit off. I'm going to go this way. You need to wiggle a little bit. And there you have it. Can you see that? It's almost crisscross. I can't really put my head over, but in the middle here of your bead. Now what you're going to do is hold on to your bead here. I'm right-handed, but you can do it the other way with your left hand. Hang on to this really tight, and I'm going to make a first twist. And there you have it. And because I have some difficulties to really hang on to this, I'm going to use my flat nose pliers. I'm going to put them just right here. So that is going to ease my way to continue and twisting my wire. And you want to twist your wire for about 2 inches. So I'm going to keep on twisting. Try to be as regular as you can on the twisting so it will look nicer. Which is, I'm not completely here, so disclaimers, this is a beginner's video. It's not for professionals. You might do a better job doing this, but the more you'll do it, the more you'll get the hang on it. That's what happened to this. I'm getting better at making them. So let's see if this is about 2 inches. I know for mine it should be a little under. It's about 2 inches. It is. It's going to be just fine, and you're going to end up with these little 2 tails. So now what you can do is spread them apart like this, and we're going to start doing the coil. See, this is what I have here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you can see. Hang on. Okay, and I'm going to start using my flat nose pliers because I found out that it was much easier for me. If you want to go directly with your round nose pliers, just go ahead. And there's really no wrong or right on how you want to do it. So I am just going to put them inwards, but you could do them outwards, which should be great too. So I'm going to go inside here, grab it really on the edge, and just start rounding it a little bit, and try to stay parallel here. And what I mean by parallel is that, let me take a piece of wire here. You see, if I had to put a line here between these 2 holes, this is parallel, okay? And that's important for after when we're going to close our ring. So now I'm going to use my round nose pliers, and I'm going to keep on turning like this my wire on itself. So I'm going to close it a little bit more, and then I am going to use these again because it's really hard, and I am going to keep on turning and turning. You could make these longer if you wanted to. You would have a bigger coil, but just one like this is enough. You don't have to make much more. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Let me try to put my pliers so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just starting it a little bit. It's easing my work. And I'm going to continue. Oops. I'm sorry, it's just I'm having some trouble seeing what I'm doing here. Close it a little bit more. There you go. And I'm going to continue here, turning around and around. There you go. This one is much better and is rounder than the other one, but practice and you'll make very nice ones, certainly much better than mine. Okay, so now that you're here, your ring is actually almost done. Okay, so this is quite straight and parallel. Now you're going to take your mandrel or your marker if you wish, and I'm going to set mine by about 6 3/4. I want to have a little space to close it, and I'm going to just put it on the sides here and just close here around it, my ring. So this is what it's going to look like. So you see there's still a big gap here. That's not a problem. We'll be able to close it. And I have a finger here that is much smaller than the other one. So maybe this is going to be too big. Yes, it's a little big for this finger. So I am going to take my other ring out and put it here, or it could be also the middle finger. Yeah, I think it's going to be better. But you can always close it. And before doing what I've just done, what would be better would be to put your pliers here, flat nose pliers, and we're going to bend inwards our pearl and this end piece as well. So I'm going to go in here and straighten it out at the same time. And I'm just bending, so I'm doing this, bending a little bit inwards, and this is going to help also closing and kind of making my ring a little shorter up to the sides. There you have it. So let me try it again. And here you go. So here you don't have to put it straight up to your pearl. I could do it. I want to leave a little gap, but if it's still too big, you can always come and close it a little bit more. So I think on this side you can see the design better. So let me put it back. And there you have it. Isn't that easy and really cheap? And you could make these rings to sell, because it's not going to cost you a lot of material, and it's not going to cost you a lot of time, because you need to keep in mind that time is money, and when you want to sell something, you need to know how long you spent on making your project. The only thing I can see here that is not perfect is that I'm not totally aligned here. If I put a straight, you see this? So I'm just going to bend a little bit this side, because I see that this is going a bit on that right side, and I'm just slightly, and now it's, I think, completely aligned, so it's nicer to my eyes. And there you go. And it's really looking nice. I like it. So there you have it, and you can make all kinds of colors. You can make a different with copper or with brass color. That would be nice too, or you know, old gold like this. I like the old gold and old look to rings. So there you have it. Please tell me which one of these rings did you like best. I like this one. I like this one because it's really shiny. I hope you'll be able to see this on the video. And they all have their specialty, their special look to it. More maybe are for the night, others funnier for the day, but it's really, really nice to make, and you can make some for yourself and your family as well. So there you go. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to give me some thumbs up. Don't forget also to subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment. I will always come back to you. And if you have any questions as well, just leave them there. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.